What I want to show you in this video is how to create a function within a view or anything else. It might be there might be a good reason to why you should do this. So I have tried it out, and what I want you to do is I have used the input field from the CommonJS first time script that I have created over the last few videos, and I have added a function down here. So the way to do it is that you add it to the view, that you export down here, the input field view. You add it to the view you create up here in the start of the file, the login view, TI UI create view. To that you add a functionality like change input background color. And as you can see here, I then set this new functionality to a function with parameters. For example, the input field I want to change and the color. So down here, I then change the color of the input field. So this is a reference to whatever I add as a parameter to my function. And then I set the background color to the color that I have as a parameter. So this is a very simple functionality, but it is possible to create a more complex one. Down here I am testing my functionality, so I call it by doing login view dot change input background color, and then I give it the parameters that is necessary. So if I don't call it from anywhere, this is just going to happen. It's going to set the password to blue. But I wanted to call it from somewhere else, because then I can create a functionality library. For example, if I want to call it all the way from app.js, I will have to find my view first, and then inside the view I would have to find the password field. So one way to do it, and you should probably know more about debugging, but I won't go into that right now. I will show that on class and also show it in a video, because that's gonna be quite complex. But what I do up here is I'm gonna find the object that contains my password field, and that is my view. And if I go into tab, I can select the window under the tab. And in that window, I have a requirements to a view. And that is just, I can see that is the second element in that. I might be able to do this in another way, but this is also gonna work. Just so you can see how it is. It is not a good idea to use numbers in here, because when you then change or add to your code, the number will change. So it is not a good idea to use this. It is much better to use references. But for this sake, I just want you to see that you can actually call it from outside. So now that I have my view, I can call the functionality change input background color. And then of course I will have to find my password field, which is the second field object inside the view. And then I changed it to red. This is just so I can show you that you can use the required and the CommonJS to actually create functionality libraries that you can use everywhere. You just have to know how to go down in the hierarchy of your application.